Hey guys, welcome. I hope you are well. Just gonna quickly do my Instagram. Don't know what I'm doing wrong this side. So I hope you guys are having a lovely new week. Oh my goodness, I don't know what I'm doing wrong on the Instagram side. Oh, all right, looks like it's fine now. Hmm. Oh, there you are. So I hope you guys are having a lovely week. A new week. It's a Monday. We haven't talked in so long, but it's all good. It's all good. I hit my hand. It's so painful. Actually, I need to put it down because I just took out the bandage today. So I'm still feeling a lot of pain around it. Don't even know what's happening to it, but anyway, it's gonna be fine probably. I'm hoping to be able to go play golf Wednesday because wow, I miss it. So I hope you guys are well. So we are talking emotional attachment this afternoon. So um, I'm hoping that everybody on Instagram can now hear me. I hope you guys can hear me from Instagram or from YouTube and Facebook. Um, we are talking about emotional attachment. So, of course, most of the times when I do videos, it's because of things that I've seen that are quite a challenge in our lives that I've seen through when my clients come through for sessions. So then I normally would then do a video just to get everybody to understand a certain issue about certain things. So we are gonna talk about this issue that I've seen a lot. Hi, Stay. Hey, everybody. If you don't hear me, let me know, but I think you can be able to hear me both sides. So now, emotional attachment is one of the things that I've seen lately that a lot of people who are struggling with businesses, finding good jobs that pay good money, and finding relationships are struggling with when it comes to manifesting what that person wants, what that person needs. So, for an example, if you are hoping and wanting and need a new job with a better salary, or need a promotion with a better offer, or need new clients with a better income monthly, better turnover monthly, or are just simply looking for harmonious, maybe romantic relationship, or whatever kind of relationship, business partnerships, all this, you will find that depending on how much energy you put into that needing this thing, which means that the more you want it, it is like the further it shifts from you. So I really, 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 really need a job. And then you stay 2 years without a job. I really, 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 really need an increase at work and nobody wants to give it to you. I really, 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 really need a partner and nobody shows up. Or maybe the ones that are showing up are not the ones you want. Okay, so most of the times when I have a client who has that kind of a problem, who comes to me, every time when I check their energy, I find that they are emotionally attached to not having this thing. Now, that sounds wrong, right? That sounds totally wrong. Let me explain. So, of course, when a person comes to me, I have to help him in three different ways. I have to help them in the mind. So, in my session, I do a coaching work with this person. We're working on their mind. Then I have to do emotional work with this person where I help them to release the past hurts or the trauma that it goes with this issue they have, or the fear and the anxiety they have around this thing. And then the third thing that I need to help them is to fix the spiritual part. Now, out of these three, of course, the biggest is the spiritual part, but the spiritual part is so easy for me to help them with their problem. I can do the spiritual part without them worrying about it, because they just have to give me a go ahead to say, okay, fine, fix that. Okay, so that is better, because that it can be sorted quickly. But the part of the two other things, the emotional part and the mental part, that I can't do for the person, that I can only lead them to seeing the issue. So now we fix the spiritual part. Unfortunately, they still have to go with the laws of the planet. They still are living in this physical realm. They still want a partner in their bed. They still want money in their bank account. And though that bank account is physical, that partner is human, unless you want to have one that is not human, which is then not an issue. I mean, don't do that. But they want a car, it must be in the garage. So there are things that are physical. So that's where the thoughts come in. So that is where the emotions come in for you to then manifest. That's why we call it manifesting, because in the spiritual is there, but then you just need to take it out of the spiritual and put it in your bank account. Take it out of the spiritual and put it in your bed. Take it out of the spiritual and enjoy it in your house, in your work environment. Okay, so now I can't do the work for them like I do the spiritual part. The spiritual part, I do the work for the person. I take them to the river, I do the work. I'm the one who's go wishing for them. That is the whole point there. I came into the planet with this gift that I will be able to make a way for other people in that way, in the spiritual way. I can be able to fix it. But you, as the person who has come to me, has to now do their part of the emotional and the mental part. That's what I want us to talk about: the mental part and the thoughts part, the mental and the emotional part, because those two things are so good. You can go to anybody, you can go to a pastor, they can pray for you, they can fast for you, they will fix what they need to fix for you in the spiritual, but they can't fix your mind for you, they can't fix your emotions for you. And those two things are the things you need to manifest. I promise you, manifestation, whatever that needs to be happening in the spiritual, is the easiest part. As much as it's big, it's also very easy to fix. But the mind and the thoughts are the problem. So you'll find that a person is in a bad relationship, where spiritually they are not even supposed to be there. But because their mind and their emotions, their father left them while they are young, so they don't want a man to leave them. Their mind says, I am never going to find another partner, I am going to be alone, people are going to laugh at me, and these two things are blocking them from then taking the blessing which now has been given in the spiritual realm. So you see how much, if a person comes to me and I don't help them with the mental and the emotional, they will be free, but they will be in jail. Have you ever seen this picture of a horse that is tied up to a chair that is empty, but the horse is standing still there thinking it's tied up, but it's not? So many people, when I am doing sessions, I see this happening so much, that the physical, which is the mental, and the emotions are the biggest problem that we all need to work on so much. Other than, of course, we have to focus on the spiritual side, but the spiritual side, it is so easy, you can solve that without even thinking about it. But the work that you have to work on it, like there's no anything, like there's no tomorrow, there's nothing else you can do in your life, is those two things. And these two things, nobody else can do it for you. You need to get it in your mind. Okay, so now let's talk. That is why I have so many courses on my website. Those courses that will help you deal with your emotions and your mental. I've taken out courses on self-love and all sorts of things. I have a whole entire retreat for whole 3 days. Of course, we're working on the spiritual stuff, but we're mostly working on the emotional part, because in relationships, mostly the thing that finishes relationships is the emotional stuff. And then, of course, then the thoughts. The thoughts are easy once you have understood the other things. Okay, so now let's talk about the emotional attachments in the emotional field, in your emotional body. Now, emotional attachment goes like this. If you, let's take an example of, let's take an example. You want a job. Let's say, let's talk about clients. Let's talk about business. You have started a business, but the aren't clients that are coming in. Oh, you are marketing, but it seems like people are not understanding what you are selling. Nobody wants to buy stuff from you. And it's good things, of course, you've done a great job, but it's just like people are not buying. Normally, what happens is that you are currently having, sorry guys, sorry, I almost dropped the light. You are having an attachment to the feeling of not having what you need. So if you're having an attachment to the feeling of having things that you don't need, you are going to have a problem that you are not going to have an understanding of what it is that is standing in your way. So let's say you are having this thought that you are not good enough. So people are not going to come through because I am not good enough. People are not going to come through and buy my product because my product might not be good enough. I'm not going to have clients because they're going to find fault with my things. I'm not going to have clients because what if maybe I said this product does this and it doesn't, and then people are gonna think I'm a fraud. People are gonna think I'm this and this and this. So you coming up with all these emotional pains that have happened in the past. Now you are attaching them to the future. These are things that might have happened when you are young. These are things that might have happened when you started your first job. And now you are no longer leaving them in the past. You are taking them with you to the future. Now, why do we do that? That is actually a good thing, to take the past with us to the future, because you know what? When you learn maths, your teacher says 2 plus 2 is 4. You need to take that with you to the next grade, because in grade 2, if that you learned in grade 1, in grade 2 they're going to say, now remember when we said 2 plus 2 is 4. Now then from that we are going to build up and say, now 2 times 2 plus 2 is 4. Now 2 times 2, it's also maybe 4. In this case, yes, it definitely is 4. And now you're going to learn multiplication, learn from what you've already learned, so you build up from there. So if we would say delete the past at all times, then it wouldn't be a good thing, because then you wouldn't be able to progress, because the past is good for those kind of stuff. But then the past is not good when then in the past what had happened was a mistake or something went wrong, but then you then take that thing that went wrong, you building up on it now. So you saying, last time my boss said I'm stupid, so I am stupid, and now since I am stupid, the build up is that I have to prove to the next boss that I am really stupid. So You see how it happens. But the thing is this, the principle of it was created so that we can progress from things that we've already learned. We can go and fetch the information from the database of what has already happened. So that is why when something that is not serving us happens, we need to deal with it. We need to sit down with it and frame it correctly before we put in the database. Because remember now, if we were taught 2 plus 2 is 4, we're going to take that with us everywhere. But if we then change and say 2 plus 2 is 1, then we are definitely having to work with that in the next stage of our lives. So understand that it's good to take the past, but you must take the past correctly in the right context. So in this case, you have now an issue where your father abandons you, or whatever happens that is not serving you. You can't take it as, oh, I am the one who is not liked, and you take that pain with you to the next phase of your life. I'm the one that is broke. I'm the one that is disadvantaged. I'm the one that can't make things happen. I'm the one that is last in everything. I'm the one that is not clued up. I'm the one that. So you can't do that. What you need to do is that sit down with this issue that has just happened and then frame it correctly. When we now in sessions, that is what I help people to do, to frame the issue correctly before you put it back. So of course, when a person comes to me, it's not that the issue happened now. We're talking about things that happened 10 years ago. So we need to go and look for the file and then take out the file and then frame it good. Then when we have framed it good, then we can put back the file, then the file can work for us. Because we need that file. We need that file. We need the file to say, oh, remember when I passed through here, I was strong. I passed through here, I was strong. Even now, if I have to pass here, I'll be fine. So I can tell you I've been in 40 million rand debt and all these things. But all of that has now made me to be able to stand and help thousands of people. Because of that pain that I went through myself, I am able to now, because I got a chance to heal and frame it correctly, to say, if I could come out, nobody who is owing 2 million rand, nobody who is owing 300,000 can stay in 300,000. I came out of 40 million. Now I have framed it so that it works for everybody. So we take out that file and we work on that file and we frame it correctly. So I didn't have parents. So the other day I was talking to somebody and we were talking about the fact that I was saying to him, if things could be if we can turn the hands of time, I don't think I will choose to have parents, because me not having parents trained me being left hanging by my parents trained me to be who I am today. And I think this person that I am is not a something that could have come out if I had parents. And I don't think I would have come this far. I don't think I would have been here. I don't know. But I think I'll take this again because I see the benefit of it. But then now this pain of being left and all these things that have happened to me, because I had taken the time to heal and I framed it correctly. Now in my files, it always on a daily basis gives me strength, but it doesn't give me strength only. It gives my clients strength. It gives me all those people who come to me for help. I go back and I fetch the power from these things that have happened in the past. But then now they are no longer toxic. They've been cleaned very well. They are ready to help me. So that is what I want to ask of you, that you take care of the things that have come wrong to you, because those are your precious blessings. The only thing is that you need to work with them. You need to clean them. You need to cleanse them, that they work for you versus working against you. So once you've worked on the emotions, this is how I was explaining the emotions, then you have to go to the thoughts. The thoughts are way easier to work with them if you've worked on the spiritual side and you've worked on the emotional side. The thoughts, but can be the most deadliest if you haven't done these two. The thoughts can be the killer of you. They can finish you in seconds, the thoughts, if the other part haven't been fixed. But once the other two parts have been fixed, then when you change the thought then follows through, because this is what happens. You have been thinking that all your life you are not good enough. Somebody said you were stupid, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't start a business, you start one, you're gonna lose, it's gonna die, all these things you have been, it has been your reality. And then now you come to a place where you go back to the file, you fix it. So now the moment you fix the file, then you come back with a more powerful thought than the one that was killing you. So the one that was killing you was saying you are not good enough. The powerful thought that now you create after you've done these things, it says that, hey, I was once in a hellhole and I was able to lift myself out. So it means that even now I can lift myself out. So imagine everything else that comes as a threat to you, as a challenge to you, you're no longer scared of it. Because now you have a way more powerful thought that says, hey, I have come out of things. So, I mean, there are people who are scared of divorcing. There are people who are scared of leaving their job. There are people who are scared of starting a business. There are people who are scared of just leveling up and doing great things for themselves. There are people who are just scared of going out there and fall in love. There are people who are just scared of doing things that are supposed to help them. But it's because they don't have a powerful thought that's got a whole oh, excuse me, guys. They don't have a powerful thought that has got a whole background of, I have done it before, I can do it again, I am no longer scared. So I always say that a goddess is somebody who doesn't scare, or who's not scared of anything, who doesn't fear nothing. Because a goddess is somebody who has gone through a lot of things, and they are here to lead others. They are here to take the hand of others and show them the way. So because you have the experience of seeing things, but then also you've had the grace of being able to fix what has gone wrong, automatically you are now way more powerful. A person who is powerful is the one that has seen the lion and fought it. When they come out, they say, now I know how to do that. So the moment you are in a issue that you feel that you are stuck, you can't really move forward, you wanna first ask, when did this start to happen? Where was the first point of me dealing with this? Because that is where the file is at. That is where the information of how you're gonna deal with this comes from. If it's an old issue, and you know if it's an old issue. But if it's a new issue, then that is the good thing. New issues, you need to file them correctly. So I mean, in the relationship retreat, we talk about relationships, and most of all, the ones that really matters the most for everybody is the romantic ones, and that is what I'm showing these women, how to not create karmic relationships, how to not create more trauma for you in the future, because you would say, you know what, every time I meet a person, I meet the same kind of people, they all do these things, they all mess up, they all, what is the problem is that you have known people who mess up. So the next time you're in a relationship, you don't even want things to get bad. You just mess it up yourself. You're doing what we call self-sabotage of relationships by going in and getting the wrong people so that they can disappoint you quickly so that you can be out of it. Because remember, I fail in relationships. So that is the internal subconscious thought that you have. So you will go and choose the wrong one. You will go and attract the wrong one. And then the wrong one is the wrong one. It's definitely going to do wrong things. And then you're going to prove yourself one more time. Because remember, we haven't put the right, correct file that says, I am worthy of loving relationships. I am worthy of good and honorable relationships. So a lot of people don't take the time to sit with themselves and heal what has gone wrong, put the files correctly, find out which files are messing up your track. And of course, I mean, in the relationship retreat, we do things like finding out the sacred contracts that you came here with, your soul contracts, and all those kind of things, because they add a lot in which type of relationship you get into, how you get into that relationship, your behavior of choosing partners and how you choose them and where you choose them and all that kind of stuff is in that information. And of course, that is why we need to sit you down for 3 days and let you understand exactly the past relationships. This is why you get into them. These were the contracts you had with these people. The relationship, this is what's happening. If you want things to go well, this is what you must do. So we're fixing the mental part, which is the important part. And then we're fixing the emotions, which is the hating. This one hurt me, this one hurt me, this one hurt me. And then, there are people who actually get hurt in relationships where there's nothing wrong with the relationship, but they can just see when they are getting hurt. And it's a reality because their emotions are telling them, Mina, I get hurt in relationships. I get hurt over and over and over. Relationships don't work with me. This and this and you see. So then, of course, then we do the spiritual part, which is, like I said, it's the easy part, but it's the part that you don't have to worry about. It's huge. It takes a lot of space in this whole equation, but it's the easy part. The most important part is the two. So let me just see there are comments here. Hi, Tess is so clear to tune in. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Lerato. Hey, Blind Guy says, wonderful to see you, host, and greetings to the chat. Thank you so much for joining us. Blind Guy says, limited mindset is the thing holding people hostage. I've been growing in seeing things as opportunities to grow, learn, and improve. Yes. That is how we should take all these things as an opportunity to grow, learn, and improve. Absolutely. Tabi saying hello, mommy. Tabi saying says, Busi, I'm glad to see a blind guy and his wife and their lives. Yay. Blind guy and your wife, you've got a fan. Hi, Mbali. Is there somebody else? I don't see other comments, guys. I think this app I'm using doesn't show me all the comments, so don't worry if I have not read your comments. If it's a question that is important, I'm going to give you my WhatsApp if you have a question that is pending, I'm going to give you the WhatsApp so that you can send a WhatsApp, or you can send a DM on Instagram. I see all the questions quicker. Okay. Tess says, please explain more on being emotionally attached to the bad situation that you want to change. Okay, I'll talk about that just now. Somebody else, it doesn't say their name here, says, is it advisable to date a person who knows nothing about the art of vibration, that is not willing to learn while you are ascending in your spiritual life? I think I'll start with number 2. I'll come back to your question. I think this question is more fun, the second one. So this person, Facebook is not writing, I can't see the name. Says, is it advisable to date a person who knows nothing about the art of vibration and that is not willing to learn while you are ascending in your spiritual life? Okay, so normally when we are in romantic relationships, now I am literally talking to you from the experiences of my clients. Now, I've been doing this work for close to 10 years. I have seen 80% of people that comes to me, they have relationship problems on a daily basis. And I have seen them heal. I've seen them get it right. I've seen them come out of things that they should come out of. I saw them fix themselves and stay in relationships that they should stay in, and see the blessings in all things other than just, going from one relationship to another on a daily basis. So I am going to give you an answer on that experience. I sort of don't have much of relationship experience Like, it's a weird story. Like, my relationship life is just like, if you talk about money, I can tell you, I can bring you files upon files upon files upon files about money. I have first-hand experience there. Of course, like I said, 40 million rand and all that. I mean, I've been through a lot when it comes to money. But in relationships, sort of, I all the relationship advice I have and experience I've gotten from the spiritual realm while I'm dealing with clients and hearing from their guides, advising them. So this is what I have learned through all of that, because I think it's a better way of learning for me than to experience it live. I think it's just it's a better way. Really, God loves me when it comes to that. So, is it as advisable to date a person who knows nothing about the art of vibration? Okay, so normally what I've seen is that when we go into relationships, we are looking and mostly observing and expecting the other person to sort of put in something like let's work together this relationship, let's work together. Okay, now I'm not saying you shouldn't be working together with your partner in a relationship, but the thing is this: what happens in the relationship that affects you has nothing to do with the person you are in a relationship with. What do I mean? You have to understand something very important here: the difference between compassion and empathy. Very, very important lesson that I've learned when it comes to relationship is that. Now, what is compassion? Compassion is you looking at somebody from the eyes of spirit, from the eyes of the divine, from the eyes of God, from the eyes of source. You are looking at them like God looks at them. So this is you looking at them like you will look at your child when they're making a mistake. You will look at your niece while they're making. Look at your brother. Look at somebody that you feel compassion for, and you understand why they're doing what they're doing. But you wouldn't budge to say to them, "Oh, now you want to take drugs. I understand because you lost your parents when you were young." You will say to them, "Oh no, I understand why they're taking drugs, but I will not let them take the drugs." So your child is saying, "I don't want the vegetables." You wouldn't say to them, "No, you mustn't have the vegetables because you don't want them." No, you'll be like, I know why they don't want the vegetables. The vegetables don't taste like KFC. But I will not budge. They will have the vegetables no matter what. But you're looking at them from the eyes of source. So you don't judge them, but you will not let them self-destruct. Okay? That is compassion. Now, empathy is seeing a person that is going through the most and going and sitting down with them and crying with them. So you are just going to say, okay, this person is self-destructing. I will not say any word to them. I will not tell them something, but I will just sit with them here and I will just take it. So you go to their level instead of taking them up. So a lot of people do empathy in life. They look at somebody and they want to please that person based on what they feel and they see the person is going through. So there you are in a relationship with somebody who is low vibrating. And then you then go on an empath field and you go and you be with them where they are in the low vibration. So then what does it do? Over time, you start to practice what they practice. So that is where we say they have sucked you in, they have put you a hold on you, and because of love, you sort of have, it's like the price you pay to be loved by them is to come to their level. So now, if you are on the compassion stage, you will say to them, "No, I will not go to a lower vibration, but I understand where you are. So you are my partner. I love you. I understand where you are, but I wouldn't do this." So let's say they say, "Don't go with your friends." You would say, "I will not listen to you saying I shouldn't go out with my friends because you have insecurities. I will help you though deal with the insecurities, but I will not then say I'll stay at home because my partner doesn't want me to go out because he's got insecurities. You will say, I can see your insecurities. Remember how God will see them. God will say, I'll see your insecurities, work with it, I'll find you tomorrow. So you will then not stoop to their level and then comply with the toxic, but you wouldn't sort of leave them, unless it's something that is life-threatening. You wouldn't leave them. You will say to them, I will stay here with you, but I wouldn't allow you to cheat on me. So if you are cheating, I will leave you. If you are doing this, this will happen. But I understand and I'm not getting hurt by this. I just won't sit for it. So now, if this partner is somebody who is willing to wake up, they will wake up from their sleep when you are saying they are not willing. They will wake up because you are saying, I will not stand for your cheating. I will not stand for your belittling me. I will not stand you for, telling me because of I see that you have this and this and this and this kind of problems, but I will not allow you to then use them on me. I will then say to you, if you continue, I will leave you. So it's like when you say to your child, if you continue doing that thing that is wrong, I will punish you, but I love you. Okay? So you don't want to change them. You want them to change themselves. So they are not willing to go into a higher vibrating route to understand the art of vibration. It's not a problem. We need to love everybody as they are. So you love them as they are, but then you don't compromise yourself. Then when they are ready, maybe, and you are still available, then you guys can continue. But then you don't help them to self-destruct further. But then on the empath side, a lot of people stay there and they say, oh, we've been together for 50 years. Oh, then they sit with the person. But then what will happen is that they die every day. Bit by bit by bit by bit by bit. You're sitting with a person that is toxic, you're gonna get the poison. So, but we don't change people. You don't fix anybody. You do not fix anybody. You keep your boundaries and you take care of you. And because we are doing that, some other people will then say, I want to be like you. Then they'll be inspired. Other people will say, me, I want to be toxic, leave me alone. So in that kind, when somebody is not willing to learn and grow, you know what? You have to use compassion. You have to use compassion and say to them, I love you, but I won't do this with you. I love you, but I won't stand for this. I love you, but this will not happen under my watch. And then allow them to choose. And if they choose distraction, then you let them choose distraction. If they choose, another thing, then you can help them through that. Okay. Mpilo, hi Mpilo. Mpilo says I joined late. Yay, don't worry. We're gonna have the recording, so it's gonna be on YouTube and on Instagram and everywhere else where you're watching now. It will be there. Somebody, okay, so for now it's advisable to distance myself when they are arrogant. Yeah, I mean the only thing that you can do, because like I said, you can't tell them what to do, you can't fix them. You will have to take care of you, and taking care of you means that you distance yourself. Then if they wake up, normally when that happens, normally when you take a stand with you, then people normally wake up and be like, ooh, I'm going to have a problem here. So you distance yourself, then it might wake them up, it might not. But the most important person in any way, in any direction, it's you. So you need to take care of you. And if you go empath way, you're gonna have the poison come through and it's gonna kill you. And that is not nice. Of course, we don't want to lose two people instead of one, rather one must come out alive. Okay. So let me see if there's any other questions. Tembi says, thank you, Busi, for the empath and versus compassion explanation. Okay. Yeah, so how are we? I didn't want to. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. So now I want us to just look at a few things. I don't want to make this video longer. I want us to look at a few things that will help in your manifestation process. With you attaching, remember we're talking about emotional attachment, you detaching from the desire so that you can allow the desire to happen. So, something that happens in the manifestation process that is to our benefit is that we need to be clear, 100% clear of what we want. But then sometimes the clarity comes with a lot of emotional charge. Because the more I'm clear that I want a yellow car, not a blue one, I want a Mercedes, not a Toyota. Normally, you end up getting a blue Toyota. And you're like, no, I don't want a blue one. I want a yellow one. I don't want a Toyota. I want a Mercedes. And then you get a blue Toyota. Because clarity does not look at what you don't want or want. It looks at what you are clearer about the most. And most of the times we are more clear about what we don't want than what we want. Have you seen yourself do this? Being very clear about, I don't want a man that does this, I don't want a man that does this, I don't want to, and then you get exactly the man that does that. I don't want a business that doesn't bring money, I don't want a business that doesn't, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't, and then boom, that's clarity, right? Okay, so you need to detach from the attachment to what you don't want. I think that is the easiest way for me to explain this concept. So, and you know what? The process of manifestation is one of the most trickiest thing in the planet. I have done this for so many years. I've taught so many people manifestations. I've done it in my life. It is the most craziest, weirdest thing in the planet, how to manifest. It's so easy, but it's so difficult. So, and of course, we have the 12 months course. Please make sure that you join it in Jan. Please make sure start in Jan. 12 months manifesting with the sun energy. But this month we're having an amazing class that we're doing Sunday. So show up for the class on Sunday. You don't have to have done the whole course, but you need to show up for the class on Sunday because Sunday we're talking about the throat chakra, the manifesting in your throat chakra that you need to understand that it's not what you say that you manifest, it's how you connect it to the energy. And I'm going to be doing a lot of clearing around your throat chakra, because when your throat chakra is not in alignment, what you say people don't take serious, what you say people don't hear you. When you're asking for money, people don't hear you. When you're saying I'm selling this, people don't hear you. They don't take your opinion serious. They don't hear you. And then somebody says the same thing you said, and then you say, wow, this is great, but I just said that. Oh no, sorry, we didn't hear you. So please make sure that Sunday you come through to the class. I'm gonna put the phone, the WhatsApp line. Let me just put it in now. 061 5867. So we're gonna start at 6 p.m. on Sunday evening. So if you can, please make sure that you come through. I'm just gonna type it here on the Instagram. Where I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Okay, so I'm gonna try and type it last time. I can't access this. My phone is sitting barely here. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Nice. Okay, so you can WhatsApp that line 061 number 221 5, 8, 6, 7 for the Sunday class. So now I was talking about the fact that in the manifestation process, you need to detach your clarity on what you don't want. Anytime with anything that you focus on what you don't want, you create exactly that. So how do you attach? You sit down, you tell your friends, you know me, I grew up in a very bad environment. This and this happened, this and this, we were broke, da, 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 da. Now I don't want to be broke, I don't want my children to be broke, I don't want. The fact that you are so charged up and these things make you cry, these things they still hurting you, how the boyfriend left you and he had another person and he went and married another one, how the girl took your money and she went da, 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 da. The moment you feel that charge is strong in you, when you think about how the relationship ended, when you think about what they did to you in the relationship, when you think about all the things that have gone wrong with your money, how you how you got in debt and all this, those are the things you are attached to. And believe you me, those are the things that are going to happen over and over. Now, detaching your emotions to the fact of what happened to you changes everything, because now you are no longer clear about something that you don't want. So, and this can be like, oh, but Lucy, how do I detach from what I don't? How do I stop obsessing about what I don't want? It is the time that you can give yourself a chance to be excited about what you want, because being attached to what you don't want is definitely going to give you what you don't want, because that you are very clear about what you don't want. I don't want this. I'm clear. I don't want this. I'm clear. I don't want this. I'm clear. I don't want to be broke. I'm clear. Okay, fine. We get you. The universe says we get you. We will give you being broke. We will give you this because we hear you very well. But when you then now start to being happy, to being excited about what you do want, and leave alone the things you don't want, just forget about the things you don't want, and now be excited about what you do want. So I want to earn this much. I want to make this much. I promise you guys, it doesn't matter what dark place you are at. It is a spiritual principle. And of course, once you fixed your spiritual things, because those spiritual things can block you, of course. I'm not saying don't think of it's just your mind that is gonna fix it. No. There are spiritual things that you have to go through, and it's one of those things. We are a spiritual being, after all, we all just, when we die, it's the body and the mind that we live here, but we take the spirit. So the spiritual stuff is important. So of course, once you've done the spiritual things, but what then next is going to follow is for you then to be excited that, okay, fine, I've done the spiritual things, tick, but then now I need to be excited of what is going to happen. So then you get clarity. You get clear exactly about what you're excited about. I'm excited that this is going to happen. I'm excited. You then create the whole new thing that you want, and you get excited about what's going to happen. Now, while you're doing that, you forget about what you think might not happen. So you see how thin that line is between being excited about what you want than knowing what you don't want. So if you go back, like I said, to that filing system, and you take out the files and you clean all the stuff in those files that still triggers your emotions, because that is the attachment. That's how the attachment happens. You go back to all those files that you clear up the attachment, that when you think about something, it feels like it's happening again. It's paining you like it pained you the day it happened. Then you're still attached to it. So you clear up all those attachments. You get to a point where those things that have hurt you do no longer hurt you. then you know the attachment is no longer there, which then it means that you can no longer worry about those things. When I say worry, I also mean you are clear about that. Remember, when you worried, if the universe hears you say, I want, I want, I want, all the things you're worried about, the universe hear you say, I want, I want, I want, I want. So the moment, that is why we need to clear it up so that you don't have the attachment to what happened to you. And then, but because this is a good thing, like we said earlier, you're taking then that physical thought and say, if I came out of this, I can come out of this. If I came out, so then you having that amazing, powerful thought that now can actually bring you more, because now you are more excited. Okay. So guys, please make sure that you come through to Sunday. Sunday is gonna be amazing. I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Oh, also Sunday morning we're going to have our river cleansing again this week. We normally have 2 river cleansing a month, so we have had the one. We are going to have another one this coming Sunday. We are starting at 7 a.m. in Pretoria. So if you want to join us, send a WhatsApp message on that line. Why do we do river cleansing? Spiritual work. I promise you, it's nothing scary. It's nothing dramatic. It's just me. I mean, don't I look amazing? Giving you an amazing bath at 7 a.m. Discreet location. All things are amazing. Not that amazing though, but no, I mean, it's totally amazing. It is. You feel like you are born again when you come out of that woods, which I mean saved my life. Tell you, saved my life, like seriously. So we're having that on Sunday morning. If you want to join us, please make sure that you send an SMS, because we get fully booked. Because I mean, there's only a certain number that we can go with. We can't just, like, all of us, millions of us, you show up there. So make sure that you send a message if you'd like to go with us Sunday morning. And as Sunday afternoon, 6 p.m., we're starting the manifestation class. We're talking about the throat chakra, how to align your desires with your communication. That's what we're doing. So if you want to just understand how to do that, and we're currently going through the most amazing season of the sun cycle, from October to Feb, it is the best time for you to manifest anything you want under the sun. We just had the 11/11 portal. That was so amazing. Really, totally. I had proper transformation, like proper transformation. I am so glad it happened the way it happened. It was so hard, but I got a lot out of it. So that's amazing. So now we are going to have the month of November, December, Jan to manifest. So, guys, make sure that you're doing everything you have to get done for your manifestation, because now the sun is at its strongest point. By Feb, the sun will start to go down towards the season of winter, and it loses its energy. So also it will be your energy to go and review and recoup. But from October, it is time for the bag. Secure the bag. And if you don't know how to secure the bag, call me. I'll show you how to secure your bag. So, yeah, Sunday, please come through. And then lastly, we have our relationship retreat happening the first week of December. It's in Mahalis. If you need that, also send a WhatsApp. I'll send you the link, but I have posted the link. But if you need to know about the relationship retreat, we're doing soul contracts. We're doing so much work, and we also going to have an ayahuasca ceremony during the retreat that comes absolutely for free. So that is just one of the things that are amazing about the retreat, that you actually heal wholly. But also we have another ayahuasca ceremony happening on the 26th of November. So if you want to come through for the ayahuasca ceremony, it's happening on the 26th. For all those who are still waiting for the San Pedro, we are still gonna do the San Pedro, which is the shipment is just giving us so much trouble, but it looks like things are finally coming together now. So we will have the San Pedro probably in December. I would love to have the San Pedro before the year end. So whenever the San Pedro is ready, I will post about it. But we are having another ayahuasca ceremony on the 26th of November. We start at 6 p.m. all through the night. Ziyakhala. We finish at 6 a.m. So if you want information on that, also send a WhatsApp or send an Instagram thing. If you need a session for anything other than, whatever, just send also a WhatsApp and book for a session, a healing session or a coaching session. Thank you so much, guys. Have a lovely, lovely evening. Make sure that you click on the like button so that you can see these things when they come up. I don't know when I do them. They happen when they happen. So I can't tell you when I'm going to do one. So it's just great if you could just click on subscribe or click on like or follow and share. Please do share with other people, share with other children. Thank you so much. Have a lovely, lovely evening. Good night.